Boat acha.
India, incredible India.
Good afternoon, Mr. Manchu. Hi, I'm Mohit Sachdeva from Max New York Life.
Oh, hi, how are you?
I'm fine, sir. How are you?
Good, thanks.
I hope you recall Mr. Sharma called up yesterday regarding our appointment.
Last night he did call.
Yeah, sure, last night.
Yeah, he did make a call to me, asked me, probably wanted to meet me.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Firstly, sir, thank you very much for sparing your valuable 45 minutes.
Right.
In all this discussion, I'll be updating you about the Max New York Life as a company, about myself, and what are various services which you are providing to, especially to NRIs. In this discussion, I'll also share about the products, the ideal combinations which we are offering, especially to NRIs. In this whole process, I'd like to update you on why you should invest in India, why India is a very hot destination across the world, what are your goals regarding your family financial protection, goals regarding your child education, goals regarding your child marriage, plus your self goals regarding retirement. I'll also try to update you on the various investment avenues available with Max New York Life, the products of Max New York Life. And then hopefully we'll end up into a conclusion, into a solution which will meet exactly to your requirements. I hope it is fine with you.
Yeah, it's fine. I'd like to understand it first though. It sounds exciting, but yeah, I'd like to understand the plans and whatever is on offer.
Okay. Before moving ahead, I believe that I should introduce about myself. I'm Mohit Sachdeva, as you know, and I've been working in this financial industry for the last 10 years. I'm dealing with the share broking business along with it. And then I've joined Max New York Life last year, which is a very interesting and exciting company. I hope.
So left share broking with when the markets fell down, eh?
Yeah, it's all about the ups and downs in the market.
Right.
Other than that, I've been happily married here. I've been living in Amritsar for the last 10 years.
Right.
And I've been blessed with one daughter by the name of Chanya.
Acha, that's nice. Lakshmi.
Yeah, it is. So who's all there in your family?
I have two kids, me, my wife, two kids, that's all. Like most of my family is in India anyway.
Okay.
But I live in Sydney, I've been there for 10 years and yeah, it's been good,
Okay. You'll be working there in Sydney?
Yeah, I work for National Australia Bank.
Okay.
I'm there as a relationship manager.
Okay, that's good. That means you're from the same financial background.
Right.
But I hope things are very different here in India. And
yeah, I mean, probably it's not so organized here compared to what it is there. The way we think. A lot of things are different.
Okay.
Things are different now as well. It's been like few years. But yeah, it's a process in place kind of thing.
Okay. So how often do you visit India?
I come every 3 years. There was time when I came pretty every year, but with work and everything right now I can't. It's difficult.
Okay. When did you last visit India, sir?
2 years ago, probably same time 2 years ago.
Okay. So I hope you have seen lots of changes here in India.
Yeah, as I said, there's work and everything. Things, more buildings, more
Okay.
dust along with it. That's not
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
change. But no, that's good things, and yeah, it's good for the country,
Yeah, it is development all around.
right?
Mr. Himanshu, you very well understand and know that if somebody is suffering from a disease, he has to approach a professional doctor.
Right.
Similarly, in a case of legal advice, he has to approach a lawyer. So, what I believe in terms of financial matters, you can surely rely on us as an insurance advisor, and we will guide you in the right and the best of the way. I'd like to throw some light on about the company introduction. Max New York Life is a joint venture between Max India and New York Life. I'll share something about Max India first. Max New York Life got the license in 2001. This was the first company to get the license, IDA license, in 2001. So we are spread across 389 cities and we have somewhere around 702 offices. Almost right now we have sold around 40 lakh insurance policies and we have a sum insurance of 1 lakh crore. We are widely spread through India and we have good clientele, good NRI customers and other HNI customers also. Now coming to the point of New York Life.
So you guys only do general insurance as well?
No, we are only in life insurance as a specialized product as of now.
Nothing else.
No, nothing else.
But do you give travel plans to NRIs or something like that?
No, we are not offering travel insurance as of now.
Okay.
Sir, coming to New York Life, which is our parent company, they are very old in insurance business. You
I've
must have
heard
the name
about
of-
it. New York Life is not present in Australia.
No, it is
But
not.
yeah, I've heard about it. Like, I've friends in States, so they have told me about it. But yeah, I've heard about it.
Yeah, it's just an old company. It started operations in 1845, almost around 164 years old. And this is the only company to insure 9 US presidents.
That's interesting.
So our joint venture partner is very, very old in the business. Okay, Mr. Himanshu, you were talking about your daughter Drishti. So have you planned anything for her education, for her marriage?
In fact, I have some plans in place, something I've thought of. But I'm not too keen to invest in India right now.
Okay.
I'm not too keen to put some money in India right now.
Mr. Himanshu, I appreciate the point that you have raised the question why you should not invest in India. But obviously, I like to reply this, and in the next 10 minutes, I'll tell you why you should invest in India. Right? What do you feel? What is the measure of measuring the growth of an economy?
That's how it performs, probably.
Yeah, it is true, but the measure is GDP, the gross
Okay.
domestic product.
Okay.
It basically means the market value of the final goods and services produced in an economy in a year. So this is the basic measure which we use while measuring any economy. So if we talk about India, India is the 12th largest economy in the world. Okay, and as per it, it is producing 1.2 trillion of economy in terms of GDP.
Okay.
Alright. Now if we talk about the growth of the economy, what do you feel that what would be the growth projected by India in the coming years?
So currently, where I live, it's about 4-5%. So I assume a bit better than that.
Mr. Himanshu, another point about the investment which is being happening in India, especially from outside India. So you must be aware of these figures that FIs are investing hugely in India. I'd just like to share some figures.
You mean foreign investors?
Sure.
Okay.
In 2007, it was around 3.2 billion,
Okay.
which has increased to 20 billion in
Alright.
2008. And obviously it is going year on year increasing. Other important thing is the investment done by the FDIs, foreign direct investments, and the money which is coming through globally outside Indian, remittance which is coming to India.
Right.
And you'll be surprised to know that it's around 43 billion. This is coming year on year and which is increasing every year. So I hope it shows another positive thing that if they are interested to invest in India, so why not you want to miss that opportunity?
That's true. I would agree that India is the destination.
Okay, and this is not it. There are more points. One more. If you talk about the working population of India, somewhere around 52% working population is right now in India presently. So that means more people are consuming and more people are saving also.
Right.
Plus, if we talk about the people, English-speaking people in India, the number of population is increasing. Okay, and we'll be crossing probably in some time the highest number of people speaking English in India. Mr. Himanshu, do you know why India is very popular in terms of savings?
I think it's cultural, that we used to save, and probably that.
Yeah, you'll be surprised to know that saving rate is around 30%. So 30% of the income goes into savings. This is one of the strongest things for our particular economy. And other good thing is that there are still certain sectors in India like ports, airways, railways, infrastructure facilities like roads and other sectors. If you talk about insurance, telecommunications, which are still underdeveloped. And there is huge opportunity in terms of investments, where most of the companies are investing now and they are generating good profits. So these are basic points which can actually help you in ascertaining why you should invest in India. I hope now you agree on my point that if you invest in India, at least there is a possibility that you will get good amount of return.
Right. See, I'm not so much doubting in terms of India. But then, as I said, some of my family members also have a policy from LIC and other companies as well. So that is something that I'll also like to explore than just Max New York Life.
So, do you feel that there is another point which avoids you from investing in India?
Well, not really. But as I said, I'd like to still see what is on offer.
And I hope you will love to participate in the growth of the Indian economy.
Well, everyone want to.
Okay.
Who does not want that money to grow? That is exactly what, if I'm an investor as well. So that is what I would like to do when I invest. It's always for the returns.
Mr. Himanshu, I appreciate your point about the LIC and other insurance companies. I would just like to update you on the structure, how insurance companies are operating in India. Firstly, all insurance companies are being governed by IRDA, controlled and governed by IRDA.
Okay.
So even LIC and Max New York Life, they all are working under IRDA.
Right.
I'll just like to share some recognitions and rewards which Max New York Life has won over the period. Alright. Firstly, Max New York Life has won the Product Innovation Award from Golden Peacock. Okay. Secondly, we have got the Indian American Partnership Award because we have a joint venture with our international partner, New York Life, American partner. Thirdly, this is the only insurance company to win ISO 9001 certification. So I hope whatever you are investing in the best company.
True. I'll have that concern. But I'm fine, And what are plans? Show me if there is any good plan that you have.
Yeah,
then I can have a look at it.
I'll just update you on that because if you are looking forward to invest for Drishti, and she's around 2 years old right now.
That is right.
And if you are looking forward for say 1 or 2 crore amount at the age of 21, so you should at least invest 10 lakh of rupees today.
Okay.
Annually, so that you achieve the desired objective.
Okay, that sounds interesting.
So I'll just require your passport, photograph, and other relevant documents which I've told you yesterday. And I wanted to note the Michael code of your checkbook.
Okay. Now I am not carrying my Australian account checkbook with me.
Okay. You must be having your NRE or NRO account checkbook, which is here in India.
Oh, of course. I have an NRE account here in Axis Bank.
Okay, so that is perfectly fine.
Right.
So we can take the check from the NRE account.
Okay.
And we can then complete the formalities.
Okay, fine. I'm happy with that.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Himanshu. Thank you very much.
No issues. Thank you.
Thank you. But I'll just like to take one more point from you.
Right.
If you have any friends or relatives who are coming to India or who are outside India, so we love to serve them from the NRE point of.
No one right now that I know is in India who's with me out there. But let me think. I think what I might do is be in touch once I go back in about a month and a half's time. I'll get in touch with my friends and let them know and see whoever's. I'll have a word with them, and if someone's interested, I'll let you know on that other end, and probably we'll take it from there.
Sure, that'll be fine.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you very
All
much.
right. Likewise. Thank you.